Down bad influencer. She's not influencer. I'm just kidding. Down bad Ashley Trevino is back on TikTok full time. Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama. I talk about people like Ashley Trevino, the Resilient Jenkins, the Donut Mom, James Charles. Sometimes I talk about Alphaba, the one from the UK. I haven't talked about them in a while. I wonder how they're doing. Anyway, but girl, mainly I just be going after Ashley Trevino. So if that's something that you like, maybe hit that subscribe button. Mwah, thank you. In today's video, we're going to be having a look at a compilation of videos from one of Ashley Trevino's latest lives because girl, she be on TikTok all hours of the day and night. In this first clip, you're going to see where Ashley is basically saying that, oh, I'm trying to repair my relationship with my oldest daughter because we've been through a lot together and blah, blah, blah. But really, I think what's happening is she knows that Haley is about to turn 18 and possibly spill everything that Ashley has put her through. So she thinks that a few gifts and a little bit of time here and there, like a couple of visits, a few months, kind of like she used to go visit the inmates. She thinks if she visits her kids a little bit, when they turn 18, they won't tell all of her business. But I hope they do.
I was really surprised that Haley came. She holds a lot of resentment towards me. And so I'm trying to work on the relationship between me and her because she is the oldest. I know she has a lot of anger built up, but she's always been that way since me and her dad split up. She was 6 years old, so she's seen everything that happened. Like I said, she's been through a lot with me. Everything that I've been through, she's been through. Evie doesn't remember a lot of stuff, but Haley does.
I think, at least when it comes to the people in Ashley's inner circle, that she is a manipulator. I would almost say a master manipulator, but girl, she ain't that good. Like, we all see through her BS. But I think the people that don't really have like a say in the matter, like they have to be around her, like her family members, especially her daughters, I think that Ashley tries very hard to manipulate them into believing she's a good person, she's a changed person, she's this or that, and then she throws a couple of her Temu dollars at them and she thinks everything is okay. But here's the thing, they are kids. They are going to accept her gifts. They're probably just like the inmates that would take money from her because they felt like they deserved it because they had to listen to her like touch herself. Like, oh, that's so traumatizing. And I think the girls are doing the same. They do want to be around their mom. They do love her, but they're embarrassed of her. And I think that they're going to take those gifts because they feel like they deserve them, and they do. But I also think when they get older, they're going to cut their mom off forever like the rest of her family. And they might even come out and tell things that we could never imagine. I mean, if you think about the fact that these inmates are coming out and telling some pretty crazy stories about Ashley, can you imagine the things that she's put her daughters through and the stories that they might tell when they get a little older? But none of that matters to Ashley Trevino because in this next clip, you're going to see that she ain't got to pay her rent till October, girl.
I don't have to pay a house payment until October. I mean, at least I know me and my kids are going to have a roof over our head, right? I don't have to worry about paying rent for how many months? Can y'all say the same? Honestly, I'm blessed. I am blessed. All I have to pay is my bills at this house and my car payments, and that's it. Like, I can still shop and get what I want. I just bought another Chanel bag, guys. Like, come on now. Come on now, guys. Thank you. Huh? Is it JV? Thank you, JV. Would y'all like me to show y'all what I bought and I got it in the mail today? Like, bro, y'all are weird. Like, I don't like to flaunt shit for y'all, bro, but it's like, y'all really think that I'm down bad or something. I'm blessed. As long as I believe in God, God's always going to help me no matter what. I've been to my last penny, not knowing how my kids were going to eat the next day. Literally, I've cried at night because I didn't know how I was going to feed my kids. When I lived with my parents in that porch that y'all talk about, yeah, that porch y'all talk about, yeah, I used to live penny to penny. Didn't know how I was going to feed my kids the next day, crying. Felt bad as a mom. I prayed, and guess what? I had money that same night. Literally. I serve an amazing God, guys. I don't talk about God all the time, but I serve an amazing God, and He will never leave you without. You just have to believe. And you just have to really talk to Him. I don't care if you're going through a heartbreak right now. I don't care if you're going through the happiest time of your life. He's always going to be there no matter what. And He wants to be there for you. So, Alexis, it don't even matter. Y'all are weird. I'm blessed to say that everything in this house is mine. Thank you, Giovanni. I'm blessed to say that my kids are happy. We have a full fridge. We have a full pantry. I can still order food for them to eat if they want to eat Raising Cane's or McDonald's. Thank you, pretty girl. Thank you, kitty. I am so blessed, you guys. I will never, thank you, Chubbs. I will never be ungrateful, because I am grateful for everything that God has put in my path. Everybody that God has put in my path, every single one of y'all that are on here that don't like me, I am grateful for you, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for your hate, I wouldn't be who I am. Thank you so much, you guys. I don't even need the gifts, you guys, so you don't have to send no gifts. I really don't need the gifts, guys. I just pay it back to other creators that go live, you guys. If I see y'all live, I will literally, God had a plan and you followed it. Exactly, Natalie.
So I'm going to be really honest. I was a little bit confused about like her paying all that rent in advance. So I did a little research. I asked a few questions over on TikTok. And apparently, if you have like really bad credit or really bad rental history, landlords, and I don't know, this might be a thing in every state, but I did research for Texas specifically, that they can ask for several months of rent in advance. Like, let's say if it's a short-term lease, it's a 6 months lease, they can ask for the entirety of that payment in advance and a very high deposit. I think this is what happened with Ashley Trevino, and I think she's trying to like use that as a flex. Like, oh, I don't have to pay my rent till October. But girl, that's because people don't trust you to not pay the rent in that house. And here's the other thing. If she doesn't have to pay rent till October, I think that's why she's on TikTok every day trying to like grow her following of people that think, oh, who's this girl Ashley? She's a little controversial, but I like her. And that's not going to last long, because in a few months, they're going to see who she really is, and they're going to stop sending her gifts. And then she's going to be back to like running the same internet scam that she's been running for the last few years. But listen, hear me out. If you are new to TikTok and you think that she's like controversial, but she's okay, just watch a few of my videos. Go back and watch my very first Ashley Trevino video, and you will see, like, girl, just watch all my videos, like make it a weekend. And you will see what kind of person she really is. Because here's the thing about TikTok Live. You can pretend to be somebody for a little bit, but eventually your true colors start to show. And you're going to see that in today's clips.
If you want to get filler, I mean, go for it. Everybody used to talk about me because I didn't have no lips. And then I got filler. And then they used to talk about my filler. And they used to talk about me because I was really big, and now that I've lost weight, they still talk about me. I'm never gonna make them happy. Like, they talk about everything. They talk about my hair. I didn't have extensions at first. Then I got extensions, and they still talk about my extensions. They talk about my gap in my teeth. Like, you're never gonna make them happy. My teeth on the top are straight as fuck. It's just the bottom teeth, and the reason this one is more gapped is because when you have a missing tooth in your back, your teeth spread. Mind you, I used to work for a dentist, okay? He took my wisdom tooth out, so there's no tooth back there. So your teeth do spread out, if you did not know that. Okay. So that's why it's gapped, and it doesn't bother me. The fuck? It bothers y'all, and I don't give a fuck. Because y'all are not nobody for me to impress. And my top teeth are not crooked. They're straight. So it's like, y'all talk about everything, bro. Y'all literally talk about everything. There's a crumb right here. Y'all gonna talk about the crumb? Let me pick it up before y'all talk about it. Like, y'all talk about everything. It doesn't even matter. Y'all talk about my nails all the time. And it's like, I don't know. Y'all will never be happy. Y'all will never. Y'all talked about when I didn't have my kids. Now that I have my kids, y'all still talk about them. And me. I lived with Renee. Y'all wanted me to get my own house. I got my own house. And now y'all still talk about the house. It's like, bro, y'all will never be happy. Thank you. I love you, babe. So it's like, y'all are never going to be satisfied on anything that I do. So I don't care what y'all talk about. Y'all can talk about my gap. Y'all can talk about my hair. Y'all can talk about my body. I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, we're on two different levels. You have to be unhappy with yourself to talk about somebody else. I literally am happy with myself. So I don't sit here and bash y'all. And I guarantee if I looked at half of y'all's profiles, y'all are either fake on a fake account, or y'all don't have a profile pic, or y'all are big or ugly. So, I mean, I understand. If you want to talk about me, that's fine. If it makes you feel better, go ahead. If you're that insecure about yourself and you need to talk about somebody, go ahead. I'll take it.
Ashley, yeah, okay, listen, people did make fun of her lips, and then she went and got lip filler, and then people were calling her, heavy, because, I mean, well, she was heavy. But we also said that you need to get your kids beds, that you need to be a better mom, that you need to be a better sister, that you need to be a better daughter, that you need to be a contributing member to society. And you didn't do any of that, but you sure are quick to like take care of all that weight. And girl, the way you're eating, that weight is going to come back. Like, girl, listen, I gained a lot of weight recently because I have some health issues. Like, girl, the ticker, she don't be wanting to act right. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I got some issues, and listen, I don't want to talk about her weight, but I don't think her weight is like a medical reason. I think it's because she's gluttonous. She gorges herself. And if you're dealing with weight, please know that whatever Ashley Trevino says is about as valuable as the dirt you step on your way out to your car every morning before work. You know what I'm saying? The concrete you step on is about as valuable as that. My point is, her words and her thoughts and her opinions have no value, girl. So listen, if you're dealing with weight, please, it's okay. You're fine. You're beautiful. When we talk about Ashley Trevino's weight, it's because she's a bad, horrible, no good person. And we don't even really talk about her weight like that. She's the one that's always bringing it up. But then she comes on here and calls everybody else fat, ugly, and broke. So do I feel bad for her? No, not really. Girl, I don't know. I got off on some kind of weird tangent. Anyway, back to the video, Monroe. Okay, so listen, she's coming on here saying, oh, like I have this problem. Y'all didn't like it. I fixed it. But no, you didn't. No, you didn't. The main problem that you have is not taking care of your kids. Not being with your kids for a year and a half, almost 2 years, is absolutely wild. But we don't want to talk about that. We just want to talk about how richness you are and how fat and ugly everybody else is. And if you don't think that Ashley Trevino literally comes on live every single day talking about everybody else, well, here she is talking about somebody's teeth. And no, she's not talking about mine this time. But anyway, watch the clip, girl.
My teeth on the top are straight as fuck. It's just the bottom teeth. And the reason this one is more gapped is because when you have a missing tooth in your back, your teeth spread. Mind you, I used to work for a dentist, okay? He took my wisdom tooth out, so there's no tooth back there. So your teeth do spread out if you did not know that. Okay. So that's why it's gapped. And it doesn't bother me. The fuck? It bothers y'all, and I don't give a fuck. Because y'all are not nobody for me to impress. And my top teeth are not crooked. They're straight. So it's like, y'all talk about everything, bro.
In this next clip, Ashley Trevino is gaslighting, talking to her chat about the fact that she's getting ready to buy a house and a whole bunch of land.
It doesn't matter if it's a rental. It does not matter. I'm in the process of buying as well. I told y'all last time that I wasn't going to just have one house. Like, I want a house with land. That is my whole goal. A house with land. The reason I haven't purchased is because I don't know where I want it. I don't know if I want it in East Texas or around Ennis, where I'm from. I don't know where I want it from. And East Texas has really good houses with a lot of land for cheap. So I don't know if I want to go over there or stay over here in this area. I haven't decided. And I really need to make a decision because I need to go ahead and get something by the summertime. But yeah, that's why I decided to just get a house for now, because I wanted my kids back and I'm going to buy a house. That's my next thing. Is we're already looking. I just don't know. Because once I buy that house, that's going to be my forever home. And I don't want to make a mistake and not be happy. So I don't know if I want East Texas or where I'm from.
You know what's crazy about that clip? The fact that she had an apartment, it was in Fester's name or Vince's name or Vance or whatever his name is, but she had an apartment. Remember, she had that apartment for like a few weeks, and the little one, she came over there for like a weekend, and then she got rid of the little one because it was her birthday weekend, you know, the birthday weekend where she had the mugshot on her cake, and then she ended up like violating her bond conditions and getting rearrested. Yeah, do y'all remember that? So she had a place for those kids. She has always left those kids with her parents. She said it 100 million times. Just look up the old clips on TikTok or go watch my old videos, like I said before. The evidence is there because she tells all of her business on the internet. Listen, there are some things the internet will never know about me because, girl, it's none of your business. I love you, though. But she comes on here and she tells all of her business. And she wasn't just, I just wasn't with my kids because I was getting myself together. No, you were not with your kids because you were saying you were a 304.
Oh, it's Monday morning. Y'all have a job, right? We don't. We're unemployed rich moms. We get paid by every dude we remember that. Our prize. Because remember, I made $1,200 the other night with somebody. Our is our prize. You got to learn how to work it. And I got the money in my purse. Actually, I just gave $300 to my ex-guy's son. But yeah. $1,200 for something. Why not? He paid.
You were not with your kids because you were hanging out with Fester, getting drunk on the weekend, and claiming to be DV'd by him. Remember those skits?
The house threw me on the ground and Matt handled me and I couldn't. It's just me. It was him, his son, and his cousin, and they manhandled me. Like, my arms are hurting right here. They're burned. And over here. Like, look, there's bruises already for me. And I don't know what to do. Hello. They fucking manhandled me. I have bruises on my arms. I don't know where to go.
Yeah, because like that was a thing. Like, girl, we didn't forget that. So your kids have never been your priority.
People talk about me being a bad mom, doing this, doing that, and that's fine. One thing y'all have to remember is that my parents helped me raise my kids for 6 years. So now that I live on my own, I've been on my own for 5 months this month. No, August, September, October, November, 4 months. 4 months. So I've been out on my own for 4 months. I'm learning how to raise them. I've raised them, yes. I've literally raised them since they were born. But to actually live alone with just me and them, I'm learning, you know? And I think I'm doing a pretty dang good job. My kids are good, you know?
So the fact that she's coming on here because she's thinking, oh, the judge will hear this, or the DA will hear this, or the people that's going to be selected to be on the jury panel, they'll hear this and they'll know that I'm just a struggling mom who was trying to get herself together for her kids.
Like I said, I didn't have my kids for almost a whole year. And I finally did something to make sure I got my kids back. My parents took care of them and I helped them. They might have not been with me physically, but they were with me until I could get my stuff together. Do you know how many times I prayed for a house? I looked at 10 different houses, guys. This one was on the market to get sold. They weren't going to rent it out. Well, then they call me back and they're like, we're going to go ahead and rent it. You want it? I took it. So I paid 6 months in advance of rent. Literally. I was able to do that. Blessed. Able to do that.
And that's why I had to commit Medicaid fraud and food stamp fraud. And that's why I had to get my mugshot on a birthday cake and get drunk and go live on TikTok and call everybody the N-word and then dox my boyfriend's house with his minor son in it so I could get clicks and views and little baby lion cubs. Watch the next clip.
My mom helped me raise her, and y'all will hear more about that in my podcast. She was more like my mom's kid and not mine. Evie was more my child. Trying to work on the relationship between me and her because she is the oldest, and I know she has a lot of anger built up, but she's always been that way since me and her dad split up. She was 6 years old, so she's seen everything that happened. She's, like I said, she's been through a lot with me. Everything that I've been through, she's been through. Evie doesn't remember a lot of stuff, but Haley does. So it messes with the child. Like, it is what it is, though.
Listen, this podcast is going to be the running joke of the internet. Okay, this drives me insane. Anybody thinks that they can go buy a Shure mic and they can get a podcast going. That is ridiculous to me. We all know what happened with Haley. That's not something you need to do a podcast for. And I hope to Lord Jesus, almighty little baby Jesus, that Spotify does not allow you on their platform. The Apple Play or whatever the heck it is where you do your podcast. I really need to start putting my stuff on a podcast. Would y'all listen to me if I put myself on a podcast? I have a podcast playlist on here, but I don't have it on Spotify. Anyway, girl, Monroe, focus. Anyway, we don't need for Ashley Trevino to create the new podcast to talk about Haley. We all know that you drug her by her hair because you were jealous of her.
Haley literally has been through the bottom of her life. I'm telling you, whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, I took my anger out on her. And she doesn't even, hate me for that. She doesn't even remember that.
We all know that your parents had to raise her and you didn't have her living with you by yourself on your own until you were 36 years old. We know that you abandoned her and her little sister after their dad passed away for almost a year and a half, girl.
You can clip whatever y'all want. I'm not with my kids. My kids aren't with me, and I'm gonna be here for a month. So where I'm at right now, I'm gonna be here for a month. My kids are good. I sent them money. Yeah, I'm home, away from home. So where I'm at, yes, my parents will keep my kids for a month.
We don't need a podcast for that. And if you guys watch that podcast, we can't be friends anymore. Ew, gross. Stop sending her money. Ew, I'm gonna cry. In this next clip, none of that matters because every morning Ashley Trevino comes downstairs and she sees the kitchen instead of the back porch steps and she smiles.
I wake up every morning and I come in the kitchen and I smile because this is my house, my kitchen. Like, it's amazing. I literally have a roof over my kids' heads, and it's a big house. Where are you going, baby? Upstairs? Are you going upstairs?
I feel like if you came from the back porch and you went to like a legitimate house, like you went from the back porch in a sleeping bag in a tent to a Section 8 apartment to an actual legitimate house, you would have a little more gratitude. You would be a little more humbled. You wouldn't say things like she says in this next clip.
If your house looks like this or better than mine, please send me a picture because I would love to see it. If you live in a bigger house than me, please send me the picture. And it's so crazy because it's the ones that are hating that are probably living in a one-bedroom apartment, miserable with their life because they have to go to their job tomorrow. And it doesn't matter if it's a rental. It does not matter. I'm in the process of buying as well. I told y'all last time that I wasn't going to just have one house. Like, I want a house with land. God, he's going to help you no matter what. He's always going to be there. When you feel like you have nobody else to talk to, remember he's there. He's always there listening. He knows your thoughts before you say it. He knows your thoughts before everything. So always remember that. It's an amazing life. Like, I literally I manifested this whole entire thing. Evie always told me she wanted a 4-bedroom house. I made it happen. 4-bedroom, 4-bath. And an office. So if you want to include that as a bedroom, 5-bedroom. 2 living rooms. Laundry room, garage, backyard. A doggy door. Like, bless you guys. I'm blessed. Thank you, pretty girl. And you can be in that same position. You just have to know how to stop hating, guys, and make your life better. I literally was rock bottom, you guys. In 2024, up until I met Renee, I was rock bottom. My credit score was at a 510. It's not that no more. I am so blessed, you guys. Everything is finally coming better. Legit, my credit score sucks so bad, guys. And I felt so incomplete. I didn't have my kids. I was literally living a life of disaster. And I changed it because I'm the only one that can change that. Jalen, thank you. It doesn't matter. You have to have somebody on your side. And guess what? I had God and Renee and my manager. They believed in me and they helped me. And I am where I am today because of them. Literally. And I wake up every morning and I come in the kitchen and I smile because this is my house, my kitchen.
You know what? Ashley's right about one thing. God is always listening, and he hears when you degrade your daughters, ask them if they need lip filler, tell them that their noses are too fat, talk to their boyfriends allegedly when they're at your mom's house, do your little rose toy with Santos when he's only 19 years old on the internet with minors on it. The upcoming slides are a copy of documents filed by Ashley Trevino's attorney to the courts asking if the prosecutors were going to be using any of the line items within the document against Ashley in her upcoming fraud case. The line items within this motion are not criminal charges or accusations, and these documents were not available during the filming of this video, but I want you guys to be updated. I will do a whole video breaking down the documents, but for now, have a look, pause, and read so you can stay up to date. This set of documents is the prosecutor's response to Ashley Trevino's attorneys, and as you can see, they are planning on asking some very serious questions. But once again, these are not criminal charges or accusations yet. As always, do your own research, form your own opinions. Make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell. I'll have an update on these documents very soon. God hears you when you talk about the victims that he is currently taking care of up in the sky above because your ex-husbands took them away from their families far too soon. He hears you when you tell people on Mother's Day that if their mom is not here, that you're glad. He hears everything you say, and he hears every nasty thought and that nasty little noggin of yours. Allegedly. But what do you think about today's video? What do you think about the fact that Ashley Trevino is back on TikTok full time, girl? She be on live during the day, in the middle of the night. I'm starting to wonder if she's getting any sleep at all. Like, this girl is down bad, in my opinion. What do you think about all the crazy things she said in today's clip? Do you think we, as commentary channels, as reaction channels, are we being a little too hard on her? Or do you think we need to put a little more pressure on her? Let me know in the comments below, girl. James Charles is being canceled again. Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama. I talk about people like Ashley Trevino, and sometimes she talks about me too. I talk about the Donut Mom, Resilient Jenkins, Michaela Noguera, and just a bunch of controversial people on the internet. And it wouldn't be controversy if I didn't talk about James Charles. So if you don't know what's going on, basically Spirit Airlines ceased to exist. Operations are no longer a reality. And this means a lot of really good, talented people lost their jobs. Well, one of these people decided to reach out to influencer. How can an influencer? That's still so strange to me. Anyway, she reached out to James Charles via DM, asking him to check out her GoFundMe link. And he had some pretty crazy things to say about this person. But before we get into those controversial and now deleted clips, let's take a look back at how James Charles felt when he thought he was going to be without a job.
I know it's embarrassing to set my phone down and fucking cry about an app getting banned, but I know everyone's kind of coping with this in different ways. A lot of people are making jokes, which I've done as well. Some people are really angry. I've felt all those emotions, but honestly today, I'm just feeling really sad. I really love this app. I really love this fucking platform that I've been able to build in this community that we have together here. And it feels really just dystopian and like unreal that it could be going away in a couple of hours.
Oh, boo-hoo. Remember when everybody thought TikTok was going away? People were like telling their secrets and they were letting out all their influencer stories, you know, telling you how they use Facetune on Hollywood setting Max 1000. They were telling you that they might be mukbangers on the internet, but in real life, they don't really eat very much of the food. They just edit it and make it look like they're eating the food. So many secrets were coming out about influencers. And listen, I really wasn't into TikTok during all of this. I had just downloaded the app a few months prior, so I really didn't care too much that the app was going away. But anyway, I think it's hilarious that when James Charles saw that his main platform was going to be going away, this was his reaction. Are you guys like big James Charles like followers or just like against him in general? Do you remember this happening? Like what are your thoughts on that? What do you think about the fact that this guy is now facing major backlash for the way he treated this one person? I don't know if the person follows him or not. There's been some back and forth about she didn't even follow him, but whatever. I don't think that really matters. But what do you think about the fact that, you know, back when TikTok was going to go away forever, this was his reaction? And listen, all I'm saying is in these next few clips, keep that clip in the back of your mind.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job."
Excuse me, sir, ma'am. Why are you talking like that? Listen, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I have not seen any of these clips. I wanted to live react to them on this video so you guys could kind of see my true, authentic reaction. And I'm going to try my best not to interrupt these clips because there's a couple of them. But why is he talking so like snarky and sarcastically? And what's the word I'm looking for? Facetious? Is that the word I'm looking for? I think that's the word I'm looking for, girl. Anyway, listen, this can't be good if this is how he's starting out this video.
Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help. I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Okay, answer me this, Batman. Okay, listen, wait a minute. I don't even think I need Batman for this one. I think we need Superman for this one. Okay, so isn't he the one that only answers DMs that involve underage minor boys? He's the one, right? That's the same James Charles, right? That's him. What is he talking about? And then for him, the audacity for him to say, oh, if you had a critical illness, maybe I would help you. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. The only thing you do in your DMs is say weird, creepy things to young underage boys, allegedly, in my opinion, of course. Nothing stated as fact. Do your own research from your own opinion, girl. But you know what I'm saying? Why is he screaming at the camera like that? Why is he so bothered by this? Has he lost the plot, guys? I think he's lost the plot. But anyway, as most influencers do, he comes on either the next day or a few days later and he makes an apology video. Kind of.
I ended up deleting the video that I posted yesterday talking about people who send me GoFundMe links that have never followed, supported, DM me before.
Wait a minute. Where's the white shirt? Where's the gray sweatshirt? Why am I looking at his cleavage? Why? I don't want to look at his cleavage. We're supposed to be having a serious moment where you've done self-reflection and you're going to be accountable for the crazy things you said. Maybe you were having a bad morning. Maybe Erwan didn't have the strawberries you like to eat. Boy, I don't know. But can you put your babies away? Thanks.
Just begging for money. And most people were enjoying the video, saying it was a valid point, but it definitely started causing some discourse in the comments, and a lot of people were just saying it was out of touch and insensitive, and they're right. It was definitely a harsh choice of words, maybe not my best video, and I deleted it, but of course the internet is forever, and now a lot of content creators are using the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces being influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my God, give me a fucking break. I am out of touch, first and foremost, okay? I am never going to be one of those influencers that gets online and pretends to be poor so I can come across as relatable to my audience. I think it's tacky, I think it's annoying, and I also think it's quite insulting to the audience watching, as if you guys are going to be fooled into thinking that. You've been watching me for 10 years now. It's no secret that I have been able to find success doing what I've done. It didn't start that way, though. I started from literally nothing and had a dream for myself and was determined to literally do anything to make it happen, and luckily, I've been blessed to be able to do that and now call this my full-time job. The reason I made that video yesterday, though, was a lot of people these days do not have the make it work mentality. mentality. They have no desire to actually put in the effort to try to fix a problem and get themselves out of a situation. They immediately result in asking for help. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for help. In my personal opinion, though, it should be a last resort. If you disagree, that's totally fine. That's your personal opinion. I'm not going to apologize for having mine. There's a lot of people responding back to the video being like, oh my gosh, he has no idea how hard the job market is. I've been applying for new jobs for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years now, and I've literally heard back nothing from any of the jobs. I'm sorry that that is happening to people. I know that the job market fucking sucks. I've heard so many horror stories. I can't even imagine what that's like. Those are the people, in my opinion, that are totally valid and asking for help. The person that I made the video about yesterday lost their job last week at Spirit Airlines, along with 17,000 other people. And granted, I don't know this person. Maybe making a GoFundMe link was really their last resort. I just personally do not believe that to be the case, because I know for a fact that they sent this same exact DM to hundreds of different influencers and celebrities. This person did not follow me. They have never DM'd me previously. They have never supported me on any social platforms. They have never purchased from Painted. This person was literally just spam copying and pasting this DM to every person that they assumed had money to offer them. And I'm sorry, just because somebody has money does not mean that you're entitled. I'm sorry if that comes across as insensitive or privileged or mean, but welcome to the real world. It's fucking hard out there. Nobody owes anybody anything. The universe will constantly remind you of that, and a little bit of effort goes a really, really long way sometimes. I stand behind what I said 10 toes down. Instead of spending an hour copying and pasting the same DM to 100 different celebrities or influencers, you could have spent the same amount of time copying and pasting a job application to hundreds of different companies. Or, hear me out, put in a little bit of effort. If you want to send the DMs, at least spend 20 seconds before you hit send, customizing it to the person that you're asking for money from, right? Hi, sister. James, I've been watching your YouTube videos since I was a teenager. You really taught me how to do makeup and have positively impacted my life every single Friday. Hey, I'm in this shitty situation. Do you think that you could help? Probably would have gone a lot further than a generic message. Or instead of copy and pasting the same job application to hundreds of different companies, send in 10 job applications to companies that you really care about and you think you could fit in with, and then customize your application and your cover letter, letting these recruiters or hiring people know that you're the best candidate for this job and why they should want you on their team. I know putting in the extra work and effort probably feels useless when you know that you're in a sea of DMs or job applicants, but trust and believe, as somebody who's now on the other side of things, the little bit of extra effort does go a very long way. And unfortunately, taking the easy route is usually never going to work. That's just my 2 cents. Just a word of advice. You can take it, you can leave it. It's all good. I just wanted to provide some more context on my video yesterday because I do not like how it's being twisted and taken out of context. It was definitely never my intention to undermine anybody who's trying to work and provide a better future for themselves, their family, and their loved ones. I just don't exactly think that that is what this person was trying to do, or at least the right way to go about doing it.
Okay, whatever. You know what? I have a make it work mentality, and I've been putting in a lot of effort. Like, guys, I've been putting out a lot of videos over here. So if you haven't already, tap that subscribe button. I mean, if you guys don't subscribe, I'm never going to make it in the world like James Charles. And then he'll have to make videos about me because I got to send him DMs asking him for money, or at least to support my GoFundMe. Maybe I'll have to do a GoFundMe if you guys don't subscribe. Can you just subscribe so I can hit 10,000? Okay, thanks. Mwah. But guys, in all seriousness, he's just rambling. And in my opinion, this is not an apology video. Like, he even says at one point, like, I'm not going to apologize, whatever. He's just doubling down. Is that why he's not in the white shirt or the gray sweatshirt? Is that why, we have to look at his, chest area? You gross, in my opinion, of course. Anyway, y'all might like that. I don't know, girl. Let me know in the comments below. But I feel like he's just rambling, and he's just saying a whole bunch of nothing. You know how these influencers will get on TikTok and they'll just talk and talk and talk and talk, and then they're not really saying anything at all. Do you guys think I just talk and talk and talk and don't really say anything at all?
Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video is basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could, asking for a handout. And I called her lazy. I said she was stupid. And I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message, applying for jobs instead. This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention, and it really hurt a lot of people. And I know that it's not that easy. I know that the job market fucking sucks right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of. And I've heard so many fucking horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I know that it's really fucking hard out there, and that most people are just doing their best and trying their best to figure it out and to make it by. And if this person happened to choose sending out GoFundMe links as their method of trying to make it by, who am I to judge? Especially when you consider the fact that my method of figuring it out and getting by was making makeup videos online. I just happened to get really lucky, and now, years later, I'm in a blessed and privileged position. But as somebody with a platform, it's my responsibility to humble myself and to never take what I have for granted. And when I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I was speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint, and for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super sorry, especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message earlier before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see this video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit. But if you are not comfortable with that, I totally understand too. I really appreciate anybody that sent me a message or left a comment about this video today, letting me know how insensitive it was. I really needed to hear that, and I really need to think twice before I hit record and just start yapping on this account. I genuinely treat this spam page like I'm on FaceTime with you guys. I love to laugh and tell you stories and rant and scream at the camera and joke around with y'all, but sometimes I genuinely forget how many people are watching, and it was completely inappropriate to make a joke out of somebody just trying to provide for themselves and their family. That's definitely my bad.
Okay, didn't he say in the second video, the first apology, not apology, that he knew for a fact that she was copying and pasting that message to celebrities and influencers? Now he's coming back and saying that he doesn't know if she was copying and pasting. So this just validates my previous point that he just gets on here, hits record, and says whatever he thinks sounds good in that moment. And here's the thing. I understand that you want people to follow you and support you, and that not to be their only message is, basically asking for money or support from you. I guess I can kind of understand that. But at the same time, you are unfortunately like an influencer. I still don't understand why. Like, hello, what are we doing here? Why is it that all these people that shouldn't be on the internet just continue to get more and more followers? It's beyond me. Like, at some point we have to stop hitting the follow button just so we can see the downfall. Like, girl, watch that shit from a distance. But listen, I just think it's really strange that these people can continue to come on the internet, say whatever they want to say, and continue to have these platforms. Here's my other issue with this. He mentioned that, oh, you've only been without a job for a week. Does he not understand for a lot of people, going without a paycheck for even 1 week or even a few days, they can't pay their rent, they can't feed their family, they have to decide between putting gas in their tank or food on the table. And these are things that nobody living in our country should have to deal with. And unfortunately, I think that this person, like, I saw where other people were like donating to her GoFundMe, so I hope she's doing okay. Like, girl, we're sending you our good vibes, and that goes to everybody else at Spirit Airlines too. Like, I live in Orlando. Spirit was very big here. Like, my husband's Puerto Rican, and a lot of Spanish people use Spirit Airlines to go down to Puerto Rico very cheap. Like, girl, like, I'm so sad it's gone, but not even for the cheap airlines down to the islands, but because of the people that work there. They are some of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. And the fact that this person, this beautiful lady, had to humble herself and swallow her pride just to send out messages so she could put food on her table, and this is the reaction she gets, is sickening. And I don't think that James Charles knows how hard it is to find a job out there. I mean, didn't he say the amount of time it took you to send all these DMs to these celebrities and influencers? You could have been applying for jobs. So, no, he doesn't understand what it's like to get a job. Listen, I retired from my job about 4 years ago. Like, girl, I've been retired for a minute. Like, I do YouTube full time. I, you know, but I do have things I do to keep me busy throughout the week. But like, I don't have a career that I'm doing. Like, girl, YouTube is my career. So did you hit that subscribe button yet? Like, girl, what are you waiting for? Anyway, so the fact that he's like so tone deaf that he thinks that he can say one thing the day before and then the next day come back and say something else. And he thinks that people are stupid enough to believe what he says is kind of crazy. And at the very end, why is he telling her, oh, like, reach back out to me and I'll apologize to you? Like, girl, like, excuse me, sir. Hey, sister, do you really think that she's ever going to reach out to you again? I don't think anybody should be reaching out to him. The only thing people should be reaching out to do is hit that unfollow button. Like, I did hear that he lost like over 400,000 subscribers on Instagram. And there is a short clip of him actually laughing about that.
Just checked my Instagram and lost 400,000 followers.
But I don't know, guys. What do you think about this situation? What do you think about the fact that he is still able to come onto the internet with a platform and just make people feel bad about themselves? You know, not only traumatizing young minors on the internet allegedly, but degrading people in their most vulnerable time. Like, losing a job is a very serious thing. And I just think that's disgusting that that's how he was acting toward anybody, especially publicly. Like, here's the thing. I feel like people that have like broken the law, especially involving minors, people like Ashley Trevino and exposing themselves on TikTok on a platform that allows minors to be on it. People like James Charles, who allegedly, girl, like, hey, sister, violated minors. They're still able to have platforms. I don't think they should be able to do that. So I created a petition on change.org. It's called Monroe's Bill. If you're interested, go over there, check it out, sign it. And my end goal is, if I get like enough signatures, to take it to the Senate so we can create a bill that will mandate that anyone that breaks, like, not even like terms and conditions, but the law when it comes to minors, especially in regards to exposing themselves on the internet to these minors, if they come back on these apps after that happens, they should be held to a criminal standard. They need to be able to pay fines, heck, even pay the fines to the platforms themselves, because we all know that these platforms are very money centered. So, girl, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, like, guys, y'all can make a lot of money off of this too. And if they continue to make like fake accounts and they try to avoid IP bans through fake accounts, they should be held criminally liable. Maybe then we'll stop seeing people like Ashley Trevino and James Charles all over our FYPs. I don't know what the footage is, so I'm just gonna play the video and I'll do the intro and stuff later, girl. Oh, never mind. I know what. Play the second video. I don't give a fuck what she said. Idea, you know what? Don't say any of that. You sound like a bitch. Ashley Trevino came on the internet and said bad things about other people. Like, that's new.
If you don't want your nunu to smell like Monroe's nunu.
Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama. I talk about people like Ashley Trevino, the Donut Mom, Resilient Jenkins, Michaela Noguera, now James Charles. Did y'all see that video? What y'all think about it? If you didn't see it, girl, go watch it. And I'm also going to talk about Haley Beck, but to be honest, I just haven't had a lot of time. Do y'all want to hear about Haley Beck? I don't know, girl. Let me know in the comments below and I'll make the video. What do you guys think about all the videos I've been uploading? Girl, I've been putting in the work. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. My goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers over here on YouTube by the end of the year, and I need your help. In this first clip, Ashley Trevino is back on TikTok every day. Like, girl, every day, every day. She's talking about everybody from me to Tampa Bay to Peka to Wendy Ortiz to... I don't know, girl. She's talking about everybody. Anyway, she's also gaslighting her new younger viewers into believing she's just a good, wholehearted person that changed her life so she could take care of them babies. But did she really, though?
I had to straighten my life up because I was the only parent they have. My mom had to always remind me, the girls need you. You're the only one that is there for them. They don't have their dad no more. I had to straighten up. And it's not my parents' responsibility to raise my kids. I had the kids. My parents didn't. It's my responsibility to be the mom and grow up and be who they need me to be. I've missed too many months out on their life. And that's months that I can't take back. I can't fail them. They've never failed me. When I didn't feel like holding on and I felt like giving up, I was reminded that I did give birth to 2 children and they need me. They can't just pick up the phone and call their dad. There's days where I think about their dad. And it breaks my heart because it's like, he left them so young.
You had to straighten up because the district attorney made that a part of your bond conditions. What is this girl even talking about? The only reason why she is not right now coming onto TikTok Live every night drunk, in my opinion, is because she has a scram monitor on one ankle, and on the other ankle, what's the other one doing? Oh, that one's making sure she's in the house by 8 p.m. So the only reason why she's straightened up is because it's mandated. And you know what's really sad is I really wish that she would take care of her daughters. Now, listen, you guys know that I don't like to talk about her daughters too much. But there comes a point in time where I have to speak on this. I'm sorry. As the parent to 3 children, 2 which are still teenagers. Look, my kids' birthday weeks are coming up. So say happy birthday to them in the comments. Okay, girl? Like, thanks. But like my kids, my 2 younger kids, the middle one and the baby, they are 2 years and 5 days apart. And I know that Haley and Eviana, they are kind of close in age as well. I can't imagine. I lost my father when I was like 14 or 15. I can't imagine being that young, having my dad pass away, and then my mom not stepping up to take care of me, having my mom abandon me for a year. Do you guys remember? It was like last July or August when she left, talking about, I'm going to be away from damn kids for a month. And girl, it was like a year and a half. Almost 2 years that she wasn't with those girls. And I guarantee you, if she didn't have a trial coming up in a few weeks, she wouldn't be taking care of those girls. And I guarantee you, if she wasn't spending the crazy amounts of money on those girls that she is currently right now, they wouldn't even want to be around her. I think she's gaslighting and manipulating those girls so that when Haley, the older one, when she turns 18 in a few months, she is hoping that Ashley is hoping that Haley doesn't come out and tell every bad thing that Ashley has ever done to her. And you know what? For Haley's healing, if she wants to do that, I'll support it. And if she doesn't want to say anything, I'll support that too. But I am so tired of Ashley coming on here and rage baiting her audience into making them believe, oh, I'm a good parent because I knew I had to straighten up. No, that's not why. You only did that because you know that when you go to trial, the jury is going to look at that and go, oh, wow, she really was trying to change. At least if they can be manipulated, that is. In my opinion, of course, girl. And wait a minute. Listen, she's like, oh, there are days that, I think about their dad and it breaks my heart. Does it really, though? Does it really, though? Because you're the one that was in the bathroom looking a hot mess, by the way, talking about F my baby daddy, F my baby daddy. Oh, my bad. He's dead. What are you talking about? The only reason why you are saying this stuff is because you know that younger people are logging on to TikTok, creating accounts. They're finding you and following you, and you want to make them believe that you're somebody to look up to.
I need to wrap this up. Thank you. Aw, thank you. But I think I might hop off. Thank you, Sophia.
If you don't have TikTok and you're wondering what kind of content Ashley Trevino puts out, it's either her eating like half-eaten food and like direct view of the camera. Like that is so disgusting to me, in my opinion. Not trying to like make fun of her. I just think that's disgusting. I don't want to see like bite marks where you've been eating. Listen, I'm the problem. I know I'm weird. I don't like that. I think it's gross. But this is what she does. She comes on TikTok. She eats food. She sits there like this. Thank you. Thank you. Or she's like, if your baby daddy, if your mama wasn't here on Mother's Day, looking around to make sure nobody's watching her, then I'm glad. F Peka, F Tampa, F Monroe, F Wendy, F all these people. They're all ugly and wish they were me. That's her content, guys. That's basically what she does on the internet. And I don't understand why people, because there are people, I've seen clips of her fans saying that they're fascinated by her. Like, if she's fascinating, then you guys must think I'm like royalty or something. I don't know. Do you guys think, could I be a princess? I don't know. Could I? I got new hair. Do you like my new hair? This is my new style for summer because, Ashley's been copying me a little bit too much. So, girl, if we see Ashley with any kind of peekaboo hairstyle, we know she's lurking. We know she's stalking. And maybe I can get a restraining order.
With a cracker, or shall I eat it with like a taco? They're good. But y'all aren't picky. Y'all eat everything.
Oh! Don't you dare talk to my brother like that, man.
I'm saying y'all aren't picky. Y'all eat everything.
Exactly.
Okay. Because you eat me on the first night. You eat me on the first night. You're like, just kidding.
The lives listen.
No, legit. Okay.
Hey, my likes are catching up to
Fuck,
yours.
bro. They're not catching up. I have 173. You have 32,000. We're not the same. Ready?
Do not spit. You better eat it. Chew it up.
Are y'all ready?
You're gonna like it. It's just watch.
Is it a pickle?
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Just eat the damn thing. Oh my god. What? What's wrong with it?
It's nasty. That shit's gross, bro.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Ugh. It tastes like you're eating the ocean.
No, not really.
I've never had a martini.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I've never had a martini, because of those little things.
Y'all aren't picky. Y'all eat everything. Coming from the girl with an olive on her finger, her dirty finger that she uses to like dig in her ear. Listen, guys, this is rage bait. They knew what they were doing. This was planned out. Hey, I'm going to stab like the olive with my finger and I'm going to rage bait the heck out of people so I can get clips and views. The one thing about Ashley Trevino is she knows how to get clipped. And here's the thing. I'm starting to wonder, like, people that clip only her, like, girl, can you start clipping us? The people she talks about when we go on live or when we make videos, like, can y'all start reposting those videos? a lot of people that are clippers, RT pages, they do follow me. They repost my stuff. They repost other people's stuff that Ashley talks about. But there's a lot of them that, in my opinion, are a little strange. I think it's going to be absolutely 100% hilarious when people get so bored of her that she disappears off the internet forever. Unfortunately, because of her pending litigation, I do think that's why she kind of gained a little bit more popularity, because if you remember, she did fall off for quite some time. But I do believe she's going to be able to hold on to this curiosity for at least another year. And, you know, that's really unfortunate and sad, but that's just the way the internet works. I know when I go live, if I'm talking about anything controversial, I can have up to 2,000 people watching me. Whereas if you're just hanging out with me, I only have a few hundred. And that's fine with me. My job is not TikTok. My job is YouTube. But I think it's really strange that that's how these apps and platforms and social media in general work. I mean, you're watching today's video because you don't like Ashley Trevino, allegedly, in my opinion, of course. The majority of you, this is the first time you're seeing me. You don't know who I am. You don't know what I have to offer, but you probably know a lot about Ashley Trevino, and that's because she's controversial. And unfortunately, I think we're going to have to deal with her for a little while longer. Ew, gross.
But I swear, if I was her mom and my child came out looking like her, I'd give it up for adoption. I'd be like, here, and just take her. Straight from the hospital. Just take her. I've never seen somebody on this earth so ugly.
This is like Ashley's MO. Listen, I hate to like say that she's not attractive, but in my opinion, Ashley Trevino is not attractive. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, some of y'all might think I'm tore up from the floor up, and that's fine. But when you come on here and you do nothing but talk about other people's appearance for views, because remember, she is a rage baiter. That's how she makes money. She's talking about kids. She doesn't want anybody talking about her kids, but she's consistently coming onto this platform, talking about people's parents that are no longer here. Girl, that clip is coming up. She doesn't want anybody talking about her kids, but then she comes on here and says, oh, if I had a kid that was that ugly, I wouldn't want it. Like, who says that? But then she'll come on here in the same live stream a few minutes later talking about, I'm a changed person and Jesus loves me and he loves you too. And this next clip, Ashley is basically, I don't even know what T-page she's talking about, to be honest. But she's basically saying, like, you can catch a fly. I don't play about them kids. And that is hilarious to me. Isn't she the same person that hid inside her Section 8 apartment in Ennis when Tampa Bay pulled up on her as she called the police? Isn't she the same person that got punched in the face in a bar and instead of handling that ran out the back door? Isn't she the same Ashley Trevino that insulted the deaf community? The girl in pink pulled up on her to take care of it and she ran. She like hobbled her way to the car as Fester blocked off the girl. Isn't she the same person that has never actually pulled up on anyone or met someone at Buc-ee's or met someone at this place or that place to handle that business? So all she can do is come online, hide behind her camera and tell people to pull up. Like, this is so 3 years ago. It's the same recycled crap day in and day out. And to be honest, it's getting kind of boring to me.
She can honestly, if she's not from Texas, she can literally catch a flight to Texas. Because I really don't play when it comes to them kids. Like, and her name is Clip and Sip. So if you're watching this Clip and Sip, because I'm sure you are, if not, it's going to get back to you. If you're not from Texas, baby girl, feel free. Feel free. Feel fucking free, bitch. Feel fucking free, because I guarantee you're like 500 pounds sitting behind a fucking screen. I don't even know who the fuck you are, but literally feel fucking free. Feel fucking free, bitch.
Oh, so they on the fucking snack or whatever.
That clip and slip, that clip and sip, whatever the fuck her stupid name is, talking about my kids, bro. I said if she ain't from Texas, no, I said if she ain't from Texas, like she could legit catch a motherfucking flight. Cause I don't play when it come to them kids. Like I don't give a fuck. Talk shit about me all you fucking want. I don't give a fuck. But talking about two girls that didn't do shit to you, nah, bitch. And you know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I was gonna say something really cruel today because it's Mother's Day, you know? But I'm not. I was fixing to say something so bad. But, you know, the Lord is stopping me right now, and Renee's gonna get on to me if I say it, so I'm not even gonna say it.
Where's the aluminum?
I don't know, guys. What do you think? Listen? I'm not promoting like anybody pulling up on Ashley Trevino or anything like that, but history has repeated itself so many times. She is scary. Like she is old school. I'm scared. I'm scary. I'm gonna run and hide. I'm gonna tell the principal. I'm gonna tell my professor. I'm gonna have security from the college campus walk me. Oh wait, that girl's not educated. What am I talking about? But y'all know what I'm saying, right? She's very much giving, I'm scary, I'm going to run and hide. And that's not just us pulling those thoughts out of thin air. It's based off of her live streams or footage from other people filming her as she's gotten pulled up on, as people have taken flights in the past to go take care of her, and she runs and hides. So the fact that she's got this confidence and this, I'm a bad bee and I'm going to take care of you because I don't play about them kids. The same kids that she abandoned for a year and a half. The same kids that we still don't know if they have beds. The same kids that had to sleep with you on a back porch in sleeping bags. You need to not play about them kids, because I think we probably care more about them kids than you do. In this next clip, listen, guys, this is on Mother's Day. So the clip before and this clip I'm about to play, this is on Mother's Day. So the fact that like Fester's walking around in the background, like doing nothing but like supervising her as she makes her own Mother's Day dinner is kind of sad. But anyway, you're going to see where she kind of looks behind her, like to see if Fester's around, as she says some pretty nasty things. But remember, y'all, she's changed.
I was gonna say that if your mom ain't here, good.
Girl, you're saying that looking like that with that thing on your neck with a filter on, like that. There's a filter on her face. Whew, goodness. Listen, before we talk about people's parents that aren't here, you know what? When your parents are no longer here and you come to the internet looking for sympathy and people to send you little baby dog lion bulldog cubs because your parents aren't here, you're going to get a very rude wake-up call. Or you know what? You probably won't even care, to be honest, because you don't care about anything but yourself, in my opinion, of course. But the fact that you come on the internet, you talk about people's parents, you talk about victims, you talk about people's teeth, you talk about people being ugly, like Wendy Ortiz. This girl said Wendy Ortiz is ugly. Okay, girl. But I don't know, guys. Am I being too harsh? I mean, maybe it's okay for her to come onto the internet and say that about people who don't have their mothers with them on Mother's Day. Like, she said that on Mother's Day. That's so strange. Do you know how many people, think about like people in high school or college that like they don't have their parents with them anymore and they're watching her thinking, oh, she's funny. And then she says something like that to them. And then they go into like a depression because they're just watching her thinking like she's just off the wall, like Looney Toony person. And then she says something that serious and that detrimental to people. Like, that is so sad. It is so sad that this lady can say this stuff on live. People report her in real time and her account doesn't get taken down. She doesn't get live restrictions. Like, I'm starting to wonder what's really going on between Ashley Trevino and TikTok. But what did you guys think about today's story? Did you have a good Mother's Day weekend? I hope so. And listen, if your mom is not here, I am so sorry. I'm sending you virtual hugs. Or maybe you're just somebody that grew up with a mom like Ashley Trevino and you chose to cut her out of your life, so you didn't really celebrate Mother's Day. If that's the case, girl, I'm sending you 2 big hugs. What do you think about the fact that Ashley Trevino continues to come on the internet and say basically whatever she wants without any consequences? What do you think about her upcoming pending litigation? If you guys don't remember, she is going to trial in a few weeks. And I think it's going to be very interesting. Is it possible that she's rage baiting so hard so she can make as much money as she can to pay off her lawyers because of her upcoming trial? I don't know, guys. What do you think? Did you like today's video? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comments below. That's going to be it, though, for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you so much. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.